Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Football live on KNEO.org. This is a presentation of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. This is your home for every sack, interception, and touchdown. Now, let's go live to the game site for all the action.
Good evening, Wildcat fans from Republic, Missouri, the whole crew. John, Jim, Luke, and Matt. We're here for a 7 o'clock ball game with the group that Jim not only has the same record that we have, 5-2, they lost their last ball game by 3 points too.
Just like us, we have lost two close ball games to Wim City and to Joplin by a grand total of 6 points. And, you look at both these teams tonight, John coming in with a record of 5-2. They average about the same amount of offensive production and defensive production as well. So it's an evenly matched game. It's whoever is the hungriest. I guess you can say
that's
that.
Right. Yeah.
If that's a word, I don't want the English teachers call me tonight and they say that's not a word. But whoever wants this game the most is going to come out on top. And what a beautiful night. Flags are flying a little bit. The wind out of the south. And John, tomorrow's a different story for softball. Still kind of iffy with the weather coming in, but Friday night football, the lights are on, and we're going to have a great time here in Republic, Missouri tonight.
Well, yeah, we really are. I'll tell you, we talked about the records and we talked about what happened last week, but after that, things kind of stop. And when I say that, I mean Republic has scored 36 touchdowns this year. 4 of them have been in the air. Their mainstay is senior quarterback Preston McCracken, who rushed for 233 yards last week at Carthage. He's got 898. What the Cats have got to do is contain him.
They're going to be very busy tonight, and I'm sure like you say, the linebackers and our DBs will have a busy night because they will run the football and just get ready because, John, a lot of our young men, they play both ways, both offense and defense, and that's what kind of wore us down a little bit last week towards the end of the game against a very fine Joplin team. But tonight's a different story. Coach Touty has gone over a few things. Last week, I know we had some problems with turnovers. You'll discuss that more in Keys for the Cats tonight. But, we're ready for football here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Now, this is the pregame show. It's brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center, and you're exactly right. We're ready for football, but we're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we'll be back. You're watching the Wildcats on KNEO Radio and Neosho Wildcat Sports.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 PSI of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook /Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
Amory Roofing and Construction, based in Seneca, Missouri, specialize in roofing, siding, guttering, remodels, decks, and new construction. They also handle concrete, fire, and flood mitigation, and even work directly with your insurance claims. 417-389-6986. Whether it's a small repair or a major project, you can count on Amory Roofing and Construction for quality, integrity, and craftsmanship. See more online at amoryroofing.com or find them on Facebook.
Apprehension, stress, uneasiness, misgiving. No matter how you describe it, it comes down to one word: worry.
What are we to do about these past, present, and future worries? The Bible says that we are to cast them upon Him.
The him Billy Graham is talking about is Jesus Christ.
We can have peace and joy in the midst of the troubles and anxieties of life if we put our trust in Him. Are you a child of God? Have you put your life in His hands? If you haven't, then your fears and difficulties are justified, for there is no security here or hereafter without Him.
Learn how you can put your life in God's hands when you start a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Visit findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
It's time for the Brandon Touty Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by Numac Electric. Now, here's Coach Brandon Touty.
Welcome to the Brandon Touty Show. I'm John Ball, and Coach Touty, thanks for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
You bet. I know last week was kind of a downer for everybody, especially here at Bob Anderson Stadium, but truth be known, 2018 was the last time that we had a winning season before this last year. We brought Webb City to Neosho. They beat us by 3. Last year, they beat us by 6. We brought Joplin to Neosho. They beat us by 3. Last year, they beat us by 21. This is a good ball club. How do you get the kids to understand that? And there is nothing wrong. We run the table, and we're right up in the conversation for district playoff.
Yeah, I think the thing with this group is they know that, and that's why we've been able to be successful with this group and why we've went toe-to-toe with some of those big programs down here in Southwest Missouri and at the state level as well. And so I don't think it takes a lot of convincing on our end. The kids understand the work they put in, and they understand that, there's no way anybody's outworked them, and they've got some kids on the team that have some special talents, and so they believe. It's not something we've really had to battle as far as convincing them that they're good. The past few years, the first few years when I got here, that was something we battled a lot, was trying to convince our kids that we belonged with the COC. But these kids believe it, and it shows on Friday nights, and I think that's why, even with those 2 games where we lost, obviously we'd want to win those, but those are 3-point games. Both games could have gone either way. And, especially last Friday with Joplin, we made a lot of mistakes, and we know that, we were probably the better team, or at least we feel like we were the better team, and so we're capable of competing with anybody, and we just got to clean some things up.
This particular ball club showed their character and showed what they're all about, in that we were in the ball game all the way to the very end. I mean, we scored a touchdown and could very easily, one play could have taken us in and win the ball game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just a special group of kids. I mean, we had 6 turnovers, and so when you have a night like that doesn't happen very often in football. It's just one of those nights where, it seems like things aren't going your way, but to have 6 turnovers and to continue to rally and battle and fight and scrap it and, keep it a close game, and a game that we had a shot to win at the end, that's just a true testament to the character of our kids, because it'd be real easy for, in a situation like that against a team like Joplin that we haven't beaten in a long time, for things like that to kind of spiral out of control and the game to get out of control. And that's, like I said, the first few years when I was here, that's probably what would have happened. But this team just wasn't going to allow that, and they kept on scrapping and battling. It's just a testament to the kids and to the character that they have.
Well, not only did we have 618 total offensive yards, you got to say something about the linebackers. 2 linebackers together had over 29 tackles themselves. I'm talking about Winkler had 14 and McGee, he had 15.
They had another great game. They've had a great year so far. Our defense as a whole has done a good job. Joplin came out, and they were trying to throw the ball a little bit. And our back end did a great job of playing tight coverage and not letting any of those receivers get open, and not letting Joplin make any plays, which then forced Joplin to just run the football the rest of the game. And our linebackers did a great job stepping up and making tackles. And obviously our front four does a great job every week. They're one of the better front fours in the conference, and so we're confident in those guys, and we're going to need another big game out of them against Republic tonight, and so Republic's going to come right at you. So we're confident in those guys' ability and excited.
Well, I tell you, I'm really excited the way Patterson is spreading the ball around. I mean, when you've got Spiva with 3 receptions, Howard comes in, he plays half the ball game, and he has 5 receptions. Plummer has 7, and then the other Rome, Cayman Rome, comes in, and the first ball he dropped, and then we went right back to him and enabled him to get 3 more receptions, and he had an interception on top of that.
Yeah, we're really deep at the wide receiver position. We feel really good about all the guys we have out there and the guys coming off the bench, and I think that makes it really tough to defend our offense when we've got 4 guys on the field that we feel good about getting the ball to and feel like they can make plays, and we don't have to force the ball to one guy. It becomes really tough to defend, and when you have, obviously a running back like Keyshawn that's having the year he's having, and then Blaine having the ability to spread the ball around and to read the defense and really take what the defense is giving them, it makes it really tough to defend our offense when we have all those things going for us.
Well, with less than 2 minutes left, Blaine did exactly that because he spied Pyle right in the middle, and almost one tackler, if he'd evaded him, would have had a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good play by both those guys. Blaine did a good job finding Brock over the middle, and Brock broke a tackle, and we thought for a second he was going to break free. Joplin did a good job continuing to play, and were able to bring him down there at the end. But an exciting end to the game. Obviously, we wish it would have been different, but super proud of our kids for the way they continued to battle all game long.
Well, we're in Republic tonight. We know their propensity to maybe not stick with the standard type of offense and to throw in a trick play here and there. What do you plan on?
I mean, you got to be ready for everything with them. Like you said, they'll throw everything at you, but at the end of the day, they're going to line up and run the football. And they have, an extremely physical offensive line that gets off the ball, and they have a quarterback that runs the ball very well. And so their offense will go as he goes, and you're going to have to stop that quarterback run game. And so we're prepared for that and excited for the challenge.
Well, they showed a little tenacity last week in that they were down to Carthage almost till the midway through the third quarter, and then they came back and beat them. So they're a team that doesn't give up either, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a really good football team. I mean, they were coming into the season. I think, they were in a lot of people's books one of the favorites to win state, so we know they're good. But, you could sit there and look at our district and our conference and say just about everybody in there's got a shot to win state. So they're just another one of those COC West schools, and it's a district game, so it'll go a long way towards our seeding come district time. But we're excited about the opportunity and the task in front of us.
All right, Coach, thank you so much.
Neo and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
In the midst of a changing world stands the unchanging and unchangeable Christ. He is the same, the Bible says, yesterday, today, and forever.
Billy Graham.
In this day of relativism, cynicism, and agnosticism, what a faith we have to believe and to proclaim. We believe and we proclaim that Jesus died for our sins according to the Scriptures, and that He rose again according to the Scriptures.
And anyone who believes that is told in Scripture to go and make disciples of all nations. How are you in doing that? In sharing with your friends and family the hope, peace, and forgiveness that Jesus offers.
Christ died as the representative of guilty men. It is in His death that we find the healing of the nations. This is the only way that any man can ever be saved.
Learn more about sharing your faith in Christ at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And welcome back to Republic, Missouri. John, Jim, Luke, and Matt. We're about ready to get this ball game underway. One of the things we talked about earlier, Jim, was the fact that we have got to do something about containing Preston McCracken, the senior quarterback who runs the ball and runs it hard. Coach Ryan Cornelius is in his third year. They had a 10-3 record last year. They've got 6 starters back from that team, so looks like that they are pretty hungry as well, and you're absolutely right. The more intense team is going to win the ball game tonight.
And I think you're going to see a good ball game tonight, and I'm glad you tuned in to the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. This should be a good ball game. The Cats are ready for this, and John, I think one of the keys, and I know you'll discuss this a little bit later, is you can't get behind in a game like this because they will wear you down. Republic is notorious. Their 2 losses this year, last week against Carthage, first game of the year against Nixa, and other than that, they have just worn the opposition down. They like to score points. They average a little more than 40 points per contest, but the Cats do the same thing. They average 46, 47 points a game, and it could be a shootout tonight, and we'll see, and I think avoiding those mistakes. Coach Touty has discussed that time and time again. Last week we had 6 costly turnovers against a Joplin Eagle team. That cost us the ball game, and we ended up losing by just 3 points.
Yeah, we really did, but some good takeaways from that ball game is we had 618 all-purpose yards. Now, Rome, who's our guy that runs a lot, had 159 yards and 2 TDs. Patterson, calling his own number, had 126 yards, but here's the deal. Patterson also passed for 248 yards. He hit Howard. He hit Plummer. He hit Cameron. He hit Pyle right in the middle and almost won the ball game for us if he could have eluded 2 other tacklers. So some good things happened from that, and even at that, and hey, we lost the ball 6 times and still only got beat by 3.
And that just shows you the heart of the Wildcats. What you're seeing out on the field right now coming out, it is youth night at Republic here at the high school. And of course, a lot of the folks are dressed in pink, and they want to put an end to Cancer Awareness Month during all of October. About 25 minutes away from the opening kickoff here at Republic High School. Beautiful stadium, and talking to the PA announcer and other folks here, it's kind of a miniature version, John, of the Mizzou Tiger Field up in Columbia, Missouri. Kind of the same mascot and logos and all, and you'd think you'd be in Columbia, and they're very proud of that. And we were talking that with the mascot, if you don't know the name of the mascot, just say Tigers, and you've got about a 90% chance that you'll be correct by doing so. But it's the Republic Tigers against our visiting Neosho Wildcats tonight here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Well, I tell you what, in fact, as the fans are listening, if Republic scores, you're going to hear a train blow its whistle. The reason for that was the old field that they had was over by a train track. A train would come through in the middle of a ball game and always blow its whistle, and they've just kind of kept that tradition on. So that's just kind of neat too.
But this is a beautiful field, and we are ready. Good crowd coming just down the interstate or down Highway 60 to be with us tonight. A lot of folks from Neosho here. It's going to be a packed house at Republic, as always, this time of year. And, it's hard to believe these teams, they have the game tonight. And next week, we'll be back home at Bob Anderson Stadium to take on the Carthage Tigers. After that, it's district action. It's do or die time, and we'll see who our opponent will be in another week or 10 days. But in the meantime, you have to take care of business one Friday night at a time. And tonight's mission, to take down the Republic Tigers.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But speaking of district play, congratulations to the Lady Wildcats as they downed Joplin the other night in the first game of the Class 5 District 6 softball playoffs. They beat them by a score of 5-1. Now they will go in, weather permitting, tomorrow at 5 o'clock and play Lee's Summit, who beat Carthage by a score of 8-2. And from there, we'll just have to see what happens if we win and weather is good. And there's a couple of 3 ifs there. We could be playing for the district championship on Monday night.
And if that game tomorrow is delayed, we'll put that on our Facebook page and announce that on the radio station. That's 91.7 on your FM dial. But we'll hope for the best. There's a lot of activities besides softball tomorrow. There's Maple Leaf festivals. There's, you name it, there's outdoor auctions and things that are counting on the weather, and you just never know this time of year. It can be cold. Last year at this time, John, I looked at the record. We set a record low on this date. It was 29 degrees to start in the morning, and this morning's low was 66 degrees. So go figure. It was almost like summertime here in the 4 states.
This is the pregame show. It's being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We're going to take another 3-minute timeout. We will be back with keys to the Cats and the starting lineups and much, much more. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4 State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4 State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
The Roper Kia 4 State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4 State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray. Because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen. And heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges.
Once again, welcome back to Republic, Missouri here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. The Wildcats are visiting down Highway 60 to tangle with the Republic Tigers. Game time at 7 o'clock, about 18 minutes away. It's time now for Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats sponsored as always by your State Farm agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler. Eric and his team offer a wide variety of insurance services for both individuals and businesses. And of course, if you'd like to learn more, check them out online. That's ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone at 451-6666. And now with Keys for the Cats, here's John.
All right, Jim, we start off with these letters, G, N, S, and B. G starts with, this is a good football team. Last year, we had the winning season for the first time since 2018. Last year, Webb City beat us by 6. This year, they beat us by 3. Last year, Joplin beat us by 21. This year, they beat us by 3. And we saw the ball turn over 6 times during that game, when we still got beat by only 3 runs. Last year, or 3 score points. Last year, we were 6-5. This year, we're on track to go 7-2. Good football teams find a way to win, and that's what we'll be looking for tonight. N, never say die. We also scored a win in the last 2 minutes, almost scored in the win in the last 2 minutes when Patterson hit Brock Pyle in the middle of the field for a big gain. We don't quit. Relentless pursuit for a win tonight, and we go home and ring the bell. S, we've got a stingy defense. We give up only 27.6 run points per game. If we do that tonight, then we come home with a win. Preston McCracken is a great runner, running last week for 233 yards, but he hasn't faced our front four. Containing him tonight is going to be the key. If we can contain him, it takes the Republic out of their game plan, and we go home and ring the bell. Then B stands for a balanced attack. Last week, Roan had 151 yards and scored 2 TDs. Blaine had 126 yards, and he spread the ball around to all receivers that got into the game. We need to do the same thing again tonight, have a balanced attack. If we can put the run with the aerial attack, then we go home and win. It's just that simple.
It is very simple. We just have to do that tonight. John, thank you. Keys for the Cats brought to you, as always, by your State Farm agent, Eric Norris in Neosho. Give them a call throughout the week at 451-6666. John, the band is on the field right now. I think we're going to, stand. I thought it was going to be the national anthem. Still a little bit early for that. It's about 15 minutes away from the opening kickoff here in Republic, Missouri tonight. Both teams coming in with identical records of 5 wins and 2 losses, and both teams are evenly matched, and it's going to be, I think, could be a shootout or a run out tonight, because Cats can open it up. They like to air it out. They also have a good running attack, like you mentioned. Republic, on the other hand, will do pretty much the same. Besides the quarterback that you mentioned, number 12, Preston McCracken, they have several good backs, fullbacks, running backs, slot backs, and some very well-equipped and big young men who serve as tight ends. So we'll see what happens tonight here in Republic, Missouri.
Let's take another quick timeout, and then we'll be back. By that time, it'll be time for the national anthem. We'll have the coin flip, and we're ready to go. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays, and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
For our national anthem, we'll honor our country, and then we will be getting this ball game underway.
Please remain standing to honor America as the Republic High School Tiger Pride Marching Band plays our national anthem.
And a fine presentation of our national anthem by the Republic High School Marching Band and the presentation of colors by the Junior ROTC. 11 minutes away from kickoff, and John, an exciting night, beautiful night for football here in Republic, Missouri.
It is. It's a beautiful, beautiful night. The sun has gone down. Hey, we've got a pretty good crowd of Neosho contingent that made it up Interstate 44 or Highway 60, whichever you would choose. But hey, congratulations and welcome to all of those that are watching us via YouTube and all of those watch parties that are out there. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. We hope, and the Wildcats hope as well, it'll be a very, very enjoyable evening, and the Cats come home with a victory.
Certainly so. And like we said, a great night for football. Both teams coming in with a record of 5-2. Neosho scoring on an average of 46 points a game. Republic 40 points a game. Both teams know how to score and score often. And the Cats' calling card, they love to score first and let the other teams play catch up. John, about 10 minutes. Do we need a break or time for the starting lineups tonight?
Well, let's go ahead and do the starting lineups, and then maybe we can take a break as we get ready to go.
We can do that. First, for the hometown Republic Tigers tonight, they're led by senior quarterback number 12, Preston McCracken. In the backfield will be number 15, Isaiah Hall. Also, Owen Clare. Other running backs, the slot back will be Jen Valencia. Number 61 is the center, Blake Luna, followed by the guards and tackles. We have Chance Gimlin, Landon Harper, Braxton Lundberg. Number 40 will be the tight end. He'll be called on quite a bit tonight. Avian Ferguson is the left guard. Left tackle will be Raleigh Verstrate. And Brennan Overstreet, number 8, will also be a wide receiver. Also at times you'll see Karen Govan. But they love to attack. They love to run the ball. And the job for the Cats tonight to put a stop to all that nonsense and bring home a victory and ring the bell back at Bob Anderson Stadium. Now here's John with a look at the lineup for the Wildcats.
All right, if you're Neosho Wildcats coming in with a record of 5-2, head coach is Brandon Touty. Defensive coordinator is Josh Sonis. Dalen Whitehead is the offensive coordinator. We'll start with the offensive line. Big tackle on the offensive line, number 75, Evanson Tomlinson. He's a senior. He's 6'3" and goes 315 pounds. Next to him in a guard position is another senior, Gabe Bastide. He's 5'10", and he goes 230. Michael Shellhorn is a junior. He's the center. He is 5'11", and he weighs 245. Romero Fluentes, a senior, is a guard over on the other side. He's 5'8" and weighs 245. Jackson Erdl, and most of these guys play both ways, by the way. Jackson Erdl is a junior. He's 6'3", and he weighs 241. In the backfield, junior quarterback Blaine Patterson, 6'1" and 183. He'll be protected, and be running the ball with him is number 5, Keishan Rome. He's a senior, 5'10" and 185. The wide receivers will be Lincoln Howard, Mason Spiva, Brock Pyle, and Haven Plummer. Also look to see Oliver Martin and Rome's cousin, Kanan Rome, in there as well. Defensively for the Cats, it'll be Evanson Tomlinson, Gabe Bastide. Erdl will be one defensive end. Caleb Wilfong will be the other defensive end. Linebacker will be Kobe McGehee, Nate Winkler, Lincoln Howard. Oliver Martin will be a safety back, as well as Kamen Rome, who will be a safety back. The other two defensive backs will be Hayden Plummer and Mason Spiva, and he will switch back and forth with Tanner Shoddy, who will also be doing the kicking chores and probably do the PATs. So with that, the Cats are going to be ready to go. Jim, the two most important people I see on this defensive line are Jackson Erdl and Caleb Wilfong, the defensive end. They've got to get across the line, and they've got to contain this high-speed quarterback of Republic.
You can't have the runners for Republic gaining 6, 7, 8 yards a carry. You just can't do that. It just takes up too much time. It wears down the defense. And, the loss last week against Carthage, the last-second field goal, where they were defeated by a score of 30-28 after leading most of the contest, or actually throughout all of the contest, and it left a little bitter taste in their mouths. So they will be remembering that. The Cats, on the other hand, they lost by 3 points. They came close. John, if they would have had one more timeout to call after that nice play in the middle of the field for Brock Pyle from Blaine Patterson, they would have had a shot at the field goal, or even a good chance of winning that ball game. So it was just that close. Some what ifs from both teams, and they're ready to get back on the winning track. And the Cats, it's kind of a must win. They'd like to win tonight and again next week at home against a very fine Carthage Tiger team.
All right, and here come the Republic Tigers. They will come out on the field. The Cats have yet to come out on the field. We'll be ready for the coin flip and much, much more. Let's take one more time out, and we'll be back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the four-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Republic, and Jim, these Republic Tiger fans are something, aren't they?
This house is a rockin' tonight. They love their football in Republic, Missouri, but you know what? We do the same in Bob Anderson Stadium in Neosho, and tonight the Cats would love to put a stop to their losing streak. They've lost a couple of ball games against some fine teams, against Joplin and Webb City. Last week, Republic lost to the Carthage Tigers with the last-second field goal. So both teams remember what happened to them last week. They don't want to happen tonight. And, John, I think the Cats love to see them get off to a good start. They don't want to get behind against this team from Republic because they're notorious for running the football and wearing you down in the trenches.
Well, most definitely looks like that the captains are assembled over on the other side. Michael Shellhorn, Blaine Patterson. It looks like, can't tell who one of the other. Brock Pyle is another captain, and we'll see who the fourth captain is. We typically have 4 captains, and over here on this side, Republic is getting ready to set up with their captains. We'll come out to the middle of the field, and we'll be ready for the coin flip, and we'll be ready to get this ball game underway.
Good night for football. Good crowd on both sides of the stands. It's packed and rocking here on the Republic side, and a good crowd has come down. It's only an hour and 15 minutes from downtown to Republic here at the football field, more on the Springfield, Missouri side. And should be a good ball game. We're excited about what's about to transpire.
Yeah, here comes, and the other captain is Everson Tomlinson. So we've got the 4 Neosho captains coming out. We want to remind everybody we are scheduled for the semifinals of district playoff tomorrow in Neosho, and the Wildcats take on the Lee Summit Ball Club. We played them once, Jim, and got beat 1-0, so it should be a really exciting ball game should weather hold off. If weather doesn't hold off, stay tuned to KNEO. Go to the web page on Facebook, and we'll give you the latest schedule and the changes as quickly as we know them.
And we'll put it on our private Facebook pages and let everybody know, because we had packed stands yesterday at the softball field in Neosho. That's how much the people of Neosho are supporting the Lady Cats this year. They've had an outstanding year, coming in with a record of 22 wins and 11 losses. And if they win this ball game tomorrow, if it's pushed back to Monday, they would play for the championship in the district next week.
Yeah, Lee Summit comes in with a record of 22-10. Two teams couldn't be any more evenly matched. We're also being told that we have had a few technical difficulties this evening to start with, and we are having some internet issues. We apologize for that. If you will just stay with us, we will get back on as quickly as possible.
I was talking to the head producer, and everything was A-OK so far back at the field house in Neosho, is what I understand. But we do apologize if there's any miscommunication that happens from time to time. But we're ready for football action. Both teams, the captains, are at the center of the field. And, John, these players out there, they know each other well. They've played against each other the past several years. And the coin has been flipped, and it looks like Neosho has deferred, and they will kick off to Republic.
And it looks like that we will kick off to them, and the Republic will be defending the goal on your TV screen. It will be on the right-hand side, and the Cats will defend the one on the left-hand side. The Cats are in their white with black lettering. Republic is in black with white lettering, and they have red and white stripes on their shoulders. They're wearing white uniforms. The Cats are in their black uniforms with the gold Wildcats on the side.
Well, the wind has died down. We've had a pretty windy day. It was windy here when we got to the stadium around 5 this afternoon. It has since died down somewhat, but, could affect the kicking game and the passing game later on in this contest. Both teams are heading out on the field, and the Cats coming in with a record of 5-2. Republic also identical record at 5-2. It's kind of a coin toss, John, on paper, but you don't play games on paper anymore that I know of, and you have to play them on the field. And it should be a very exciting contest.
Go ahead. Jackson Taylor is back to receive for the Tigers. He has so far accumulated 247 yards just in kickbacks, so the Cats will probably do everything they can to keep the ball away from him.
Like we've said before, they're led by number 12, the quarterback, Preston McCracken, who loves to run the ball. He's good at the option. He can pass if need be, but they don't love to pass.
No, they don't.
They like to keep it on the ground, grind it out, and run that clock down.
Tanner Shoddy is getting ready to tee the ball up. He's got it teed up, and here's the kickoff, and we're ready to go.
It's a fairly short kick. Going to be taken on about the 10-yard. Oh, he fumbled. Dropped the ball. He picked it back up. He's got some room on the right side. Knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field at about the 20, 21-yard line.
It looks like it's going to be about the 20-yard line where they're going to. No, looks like it's going to be about the 19.
They move it back a little bit. Foot stepped out. And that's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 here. Just underway. No score. Live from Republic, Missouri. Preston McCracken in the backfield. He'll hand it off the first man through. That's number 5. That's Owen Clare. Off the right tackle for just a couple of yards.
Owen Clare has got about 400 yards so far accumulated this year as well. A couple will come out, and 3 more will turn back in. Maybe their passing unit is coming in. We'll see.
Clare coming out of the game, John. You know, when you have 2, most teams are lucky to have 2 good running backs. They have 3 and possibly 4, and they'll move them in and out of the ball game. Here comes the quarterback. He has nowhere to go, and he's hit at the 25 and pushed out of bounds. That's McCracken.
Nice job by the Cats that time in order to do what we talked about earlier. You can't let him get on the outside. It's going to be 3rd and about 3.
John, we're underneath one of the speakers here at the stadium, so if you hear some strange noises where
yes,
cowbells and train whistles, that's not us doing. Matt's not doing that tonight. It's all with special effects here at the high school. 3rd down and short yardage. They've got some room across the 35, enough for a first down for Republic.
Tripped up in there by Cayman Rome that time, and he got on the outside over on that far side.
Just a simple quarterback keeper off right tackle. Brings it up to the 37-yard line. That's where the drive will continue for the Republic Tigers. A lot of misdirection plays they will utilize tonight, and that'll keep the Wildcats on their toes. And the defensive backs will be very, very busy. Similar for, another misdirection off to the left side.
Yeah, but that's nothing doing. That's for sure. That is number 11. And that was Carter Grogan.
No gain on the play. Actually, maybe just a slight loss. John, they utilize a lot of their plays very similar to what Webb City loves to run.
Well, we do. We saw how big they were when we came out. I'm talking about not in stature, but numbers as well. And we said something like Webb City. We've seen them run 4 plays, and they have rotated out 3 players every play.
2nd down and 10 for Republic. A handoff, second man through, has a little bit of room. Up the middle. And it's going to be taken down at about the 43-yard line.
Matthew Pelfrey with the ball that time, and he picked up, looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 4.
Well, this is a must play for the Cats if they can hold him here and force a punt. Otherwise, the drive would stay alive. 9:50 to go in this opening period. We're live tonight from Republic, Missouri. Neosho and Republic going head-to-head. Both teams with a 5-2 record.
Well, this is the time that the Cats, their front 4 has really got to be confident, suck it up, and make sure we win this call.
McCracken under center, calls his number. He's hit hard. It's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, it really is, and looks like it's going to be 4th and about 1.
I would say inches, John. It's just that close.
Yes, it is.
See what Republic decides to do. Most teams at this point, they're still inside Republic territory at the 46-yard line. But this is where the Cats have excelled this year. They've held a lot on 4th down and created some turnovers.
Kivett.
Kivett coming out of the ball game. 9 minutes to go in this opening period. Here it is, 4th and 1 for the Tigers. One man in motion, handoff up the middle, has some room. Kraus is still on his feet. Cats can't bring him down, up to across the 40, down to about the 39-yard line.
Well, that's Isaiah Hall. He also had a lot of yards so far accumulated, 416, I believe, and he was pretty vital in that ball game with Carthage last week as well.
Hall's a fullback at 5'10", 200 pounds, and he was like a bowling ball right up the middle.
Yeah, Jim, he was a defensive back and turned into a fullback this year, his senior year.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Another handoff from the left side.
Yeah, looks like he's going to pick up about 4. That's Hall again.
John, you know, we could get back home and in bed on a normal time. This game keep up just running the ball.
Yeah.
They are running and taking time off the clock. 8:15 to go in the first period. Ball spotted on the 36-yard line. Number 15 coming out of the game. That's the fullback Hall. They will utilize all their backs in and out. Fresh pair of legs on just about every play. McCracken under center.
And he's calling his own number, and he's going around that far end, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Good 15-yard pickup off right tackle, right in. He had everybody fooled. They thought they were coming up the middle, and he just scampered off to the right side. Not much the Cats could do, and the ball spotted on the 26-yard line. Clock continues to run, and the Tigers' drive is still alive. Hand off to the left side, up across the 20. Another good pickup of about 5 yards.
Yeah, it looks like that was Hall again.
21-yard line, pick up a 5, 2nd down and 5.
Ball spotted on the 21.
It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Winkler along with Damon Roan making the tackle.
Be 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Winkler made the tackle that time, but unfortunately he got past the line of scrimmage where that happened.
McCracken again.
McCracken, and nice job in there by number 1, Mason Spiva.
Good
to
tackle.
come up from his safety position.
Gain of about 4 on the play. Ball spotted on the 16, 17-yard line. 3rd down and short yardage for the Tigers. John, they have yet to throw the ball.
No, that's what I said. They've got 4 of their 36 touchdowns that are in the air, and that's it.
They don't need to. There's another one run off left tackle. It's the 1st down for the Tigers.
Well, nice job in there by number 14. That is Chase Kivett. He is playing the inside linebacker position over on the far side.
Pick up a 5, 1st down, TIG.
They do the chant just like they do at Mizzou, TIG.
Yeah, and certainly do. But I tell you what, it looks like Republic has taken something out of the Wildcats playbook. They want a long, extended rushing drive to show dominance.
And
nice
job. He's throwing back for a loss.
He sure was. And that was Hayden Plummer that jumped in there that time. He tried to stick that hand out and was going to stiff arm him, and he just grabbed it and threw him down.
Nice play, a loss of about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers. Cats need to put a stop to this right now. You don't want to give them an opening drive touchdown to start the contest.
And they can actually get up to the 2-yard line and get a 1st down without a touchdown.
Tigers have had the ball more than half this period. Handoff up the middle. And he's pushed back on about the 7.
And that was McGahee and Winkler in there on the tackle that time, and it was Hall again running up through the middle.
Winkler, also number 52, Gabriel Bastine.
Bring more players in. The ball spotted on about the 8-yard line. 3rd down and 6 to go for the Tigers.
Gain of 4 on the play, 3rd down and 6.
See what the Cats can do right now.
Cats need to there's a wide out over here on this side. That's the first time I've seen that.
They'll run it right. That's McCracken with the ball. He's hit hard. He gets across the 5.
I don't think he got there, though.
Not enough for a 1st down. It'll bring up 4th down. You know, they will go for it. And the ball spotted on the 4-yard line. Deep inside Wildcat territory. This is the opening drive of the game. 4:50 to go in the first period. Tigers are within striking distance.
Yeah, the Cats need to stop him right here. And I'm not sure that that's not the way that he takes off. Number 21, yes, sir, that's exactly right. And that's a timeout for Republic.
They want to talk things over. They don't want to mess this up. 4th and short. They don't need a touchdown to get the 1st down.
No, they really don't. Let's take a timeout. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Welcome back. The Cats have got to make a stuff right here. It is 4th and 2. Republic can get to the 2-yard line and get a first down, but right here's where the Cats need to suck it up, Jim.
McCracken under center calls his
No,
number.
he
He's
falls
hit
down.
hard. I don't think he made it.
No, he did not.
And the Cats should try. Let's get the official word. They're talking with the officials right now. It will be a turnover. Oh, there's a late flag.
And that is a flag. Apparently, I see some Neosho players clapping.
You know, this is what has hurt the Cats in the past several ball games. They had them stopped.
Yeah, they did. I think that's not going to be the issue. I think the issue is on Republic. White Hat's coming out, and he's going to give us the motion. And
the Cats put a stop to him. The
unsportsmanlike conduct against them, so that'll be a 15-yarder.
So the Cats won't have the ball at the 5, John. It should be at the 20, so which gives them a little bit of a breathing room. What a break for the Cats. They'll take over on downs. Actually, the ball is spotted shy down around the 17, 18-yard line.
Yeah.
But that's much better than starting on your own 3 or 4-yard line. Patterson in the backfield, Roan in the backfield. See what the Cats can do. Receivers on both sides, out wide.
Brock Pyle is set in that slot position, almost in the backfield as well.
1st and 10 Cats from their own 18-yard line. Patterson's going to hand off to Roan. Nothing doing. He's hit behind the line. Actually,
He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to be thrown for a loss of about a yard.
Yes, he is.
Montiel with the tackle for your Tigers.
Yeah, Montiel with a tackle in there.
2nd down and 11 for the Wildcats. Hand off again, off left side.
There's a flag, and I'm going to say that is probably a hold against the Cats.
Had a nice little run of about 4, possibly 5 yards, but
I believe it's probably.
Here's the word. You're right.
It's holding against the Cats.
That's where they threw the flag right in there. So that'll be half the distance to the goal.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second half.
I like that. We need that at Bob Anderson Stadium. The referee with a PA system there. We like that. Ball's going to be brought back to the.
Couple of fresh bodies getting back in the ball game for the Cats. And it is going to be 2nd and looks like about a bunch, 20.
A lot of yardage to go for the Cats. Patterson back. He wants to throw. He's got a man open. He's going deep, overthrown down on the 40-yard line, intended for number 2, Lincoln Howard.
Lincoln Howard.
You know, Lincoln had a couple of nice catches last week against Joplin.
Yeah, he did.
He came in late in the ball game. He's been nursing a slight injury, but he came through in the clutch last week. It's 3rd down and 19. The ball on the 9-yard line for the Cats. Patterson can air it out, and they can pick up a lot of territory.
He's going to look over at the coach, and we're going to come back. Here Brock Pyle comes out. So we've got 2 wide receivers on this side, 2 wide receivers on the other side.
Cats need to make a statement right here. Patterson's going to throw. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's hit hard back on the 5.
Yeah.
And a nice defensive effort by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was great coverage that time by the Republic secondary because he literally had no one to throw to.
Be 4th down and almost 20 yards to go for the Cats.
Taylor back to receive, and looks like that's Tanner Shoddy getting ready to punt the ball.
Cats unable to gain any ground on their opening drive. And the Tigers will have a good field position here. We need a nice punt, good high punt.
We need to kick the ball away from Taylor.
And the kick is up. It's a good one down the middle of the field. They're going to be taken on around the 40. He fumbled the ball.
Sure did.
All he can do is go down inside Republic territory, but still good field position on about the 48-yard line.
Well, I will tell you something, Mr. Jackson. It was 4 years ago on this very field that we saw a freshman that became a daredevil for the Cats on special teams. And that freshman now is playing at Baker University. His brother is the quarterback here, and I'm talking about Boston Patterson.
Boston, was a starter from his freshman year on up. He loved to run the ball back on kickoffs. Tiger ball, 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
McCracken running left, has some room, hit by Lincoln Howard.
Yes, he was. He was hit by Lincoln Howard, and Roan comes up from his safety position to make a tackle.
He gained a good 5, possibly 6 yards on the play. Ball down on the 46, 47-yard line. Kind of in between those markings on the left hash mark. They're saying 2nd and 4. Tigers have yet to throw the ball. They've taken a lot of time off the clock, 2:25 to go. Hit in the backfield.
Yeah, great job by Evanston Tomlinson to get around and get number 5.
That's Claire.
And that is Claire. That's exactly right.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah. And Tomlinson showed who he was. It looks like that Bastide has got at least a little bit of an ankle, or he's slowly getting up, but he's just walking back. There is a
flag
on the play.
And it's against the Cats. And let's see what it is.
After the play was over, personal foul, face mask on the defense.
After the play was over, it's a face mask, personal foul against the Wildcats. You know, John, mistakes like that will hurt you.
Yeah, they will.
And that'll come back to haunt you. And that's, you had them stopped for a loss. And now they have 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. Another handoff run right up the middle. Taken down inside the 15-yard line. That's
and McCracken's brought down by Lincoln Howard and Nate Winkler.
Republic does a good job of hiding the football. You have no idea who's going to carry it, whether it's Claire or Luna or Hull or McCracken. They keep you guessing, and that's what they intend to do. 1st and 10 Tigers from the 14-yard line, so they're knocking at the door one more time. They were stopped on their opening drive down on the 4-yard line. And the Cats unable to convert and do anything else. Handoff up the middle, has some room close to the 5.
Yeah, that is Hall, and he just ran right up the middle, carried about 3 Cats with him.
Yeah, bring some fresh legs into the ball game. Ball spotted on the 7. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Tigers. Still no score in the ball game. We're about a minute 15 to go in the first opening drive, or the opening period.
And there is a touchdown.
Touchdown Tigers off left tackle. Not much.
That was Isaiah Hull, the fullback, that came through and just came right on through and scored.
Well, it's 6-0. Extra point attempt coming. And the first opening period is almost history at 1:05 left.
Well, it looks like that the kicker is going to be number 10, and that is Elijah Kerr.
John, if this keeps up, our D-line is going to be very tired by halftime.
Overstreet is holding. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it's good.
And our score with 1:05 to go in the first period, it's Republic 7. Wildcats nothing. We'll come back after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs. The Neosho R5 School District is committed to shaping the future, one student at a time. From academics to athletics, we empower our students to reach their full potential, installing values of hard work, teamwork, and integrity. We would like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast today and cheering on our Wildcats. Our dedicated teachers, staff, and coaches work hand in hand to provide a well-rounded education that prepares students for success. Together, we're building a brighter tomorrow for our community. The Neosho R5 School District, where excellence thrives.
A minute and 5 seconds left in the quarter, and Republic has scored. Elijah Perry getting ready to kick off. The score is 7-0. Back in the back, it looks like number 4, Oliver Martin, and number 2, Aiden Plummer.
That's a nice kick. It's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchback, and Cats will have good field position here. You know, John, on that drive, it was a 52-yard drive for the Tigers. Nothing fancy. You run left, you run right, you run up the middle, you gain your 1st and 10, get your move the chains and get your touchdown. That's very simple. That's all they did on that drive. No passing whatsoever.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the quarter, that we're only down by 1 touchdown, and we're getting the ball for the second time. So now's the time for the Cats to shine and answer back.
See what the Cats can do. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Patterson and Roan in the backfield. 4 receivers out wide, 1 in motion.
Mason Spiva in motion.
Patterson calls his number. Gain of about 2. Hit on the left side. Not much there.
Well, one thing we know about these Tigers, they are big and they are physical.
And they're stingy.
Yes, they are.
As well. They don't like to give up points, but the Cats don't either.
Patterson picked up about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Receivers, 3 receivers out wide. They'll hand it off up the
Roan,
middle.
And he's going to get up to about the 29-yard line, it looks like. Pickup of about 2.
Not much there. Cats, nothing fancy, just off right tackle.
Cooper White, number 55, with the tackle.
This is where the Cats will probably try to air it out. 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line.
We've got trip wideouts on this side and 1 wideout on the other side.
Hiked over his head. Patterson in trouble.
Patterson in trouble. He's going to have to do something.
He has some room. Get over there. Did he get close?
He
knocked
close.
out of bounds.
He's going to be about 1 yard short, it looks like.
The ball was hiked entirely over his head. He was back to his own 5-yard line. A good run by Blaine. And it's 4th down and about 1 yard to go. Cats are going to go for it. Hurry up offense. Ball spotted on the 29-yard line. This is a risky move right here.
There is a flag right there, and I'm not real sure what it's for.
The line judge threw the laundry in, and
apparently that's a
illegal procedure against the Cats. They got in too big of a hurry. They didn't get set.
Well, the only way
24-yard line.
I'm not sure I understand that, but that's. I mean, the ball was never snapped, so it couldn't have been too much.
Here comes the kicking team. They've decided to punt the ball away. The ball is back to the 24. He couldn't chance it that far, that deep, but 1 man deep.
Yeah, Shoddy back to punt the ball. Taylor back to receive it. Taylor has fumbled the ball twice, and there is another great high kick, and Taylor's going to have his hand trying to run it, and he gets knocked down gets knocked back actually to about the 41-yard line.
Not much running room. A nice kick. A return of about 5-6 yards on the play. We're down to 2 seconds left in this opening period. That's going to be pretty much do it. Nothing across for the Cats. And Republic leads 7-0. Ball on the 41-yard line. They'll have time for 1 play, and then they'll switch sides to start the second period. McCracken still at quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like that they're just going to. He's going to call his own number, and he cuts inside, and he's
across the 50, down to the 45. He's hit at the 40-yard line.
Oliver Martin,
and
he'll pick up the 1st down.
And let's take a timeout and come back after this to start the second quarter on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
Hi, I'm Sam O'Neill with Portable Propane of Neosho. From setting tanks to refilling them, we offer a full spectrum of service to meet your every need. We serve Neosho and surrounding areas, and we are committed to giving you better service at better prices. Give us a call today, 417-437-8927. Thank you.
And welcome back to the second quarter. Cats are down by a score of 7-0, and the ball goes to the Tigers. Looks like that is Hall going up through the middle, and he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4.
Every play has been pretty much the same. Gain 4 or 5 yards, take time off the clock, and wear down your opponent. That's probably their game plan tonight.
Yeah, and the way that they're rotating people in and out, keeping fresh legs back in that backfield certainly is making a difference. The Cats are just going to have to suck it up right here and win at the line of scrimmage.
And off right side has some room down to the 30-yard line, very close to another first down. And that was the young Mr. Clare.
That was Clare, yes, sir. Owen Clare.
Good size running backs.
3rd and about 1.
McCracken comes back in and we're getting some signals. You know, they don't have the fancy helmets like they do in NFL, where the offensive coordinator calls in and quarterback has a earphone in there. That just doesn't happen in high school. McCracken under center. He heads off left tackle again, a pickup of about 4 on the play.
26-yard line, picked up a 5, first down,
It's a first down for the Tigers. Clock will run when the chains are set.
Matthew Purfrey that time on the carry.
Cats need to put a stance up here. They had a good stop to the first drive tonight. They could do it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we don't need to. And there's
another misdirection play and caught in the backfield.
Yeah, that's caught in the backfield is Purfrey again.
Nothing doing.
Misdirection play to the right. No gain on the play.
Second down and 10. Ball spotted on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, looks like it might be 2nd and 11. They moved it back just a little bit.
Caught behind the line. Good hustle by the Cats on that play. We're down to 10:05 to go.
That pursuit that we talked about, and it looks like that they are in a little bit of a wishbone position. But
McCracken has some room. He has one man to beat. He's going to go all the way. It's a touchdown. 27-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, McCracken. Republic right up the middle.
Well, there was a little misdirection there. He was actually the 3rd man through that time, Jim.
And that's what's has fooled the Cats time and time again tonight. It's like, who has the ball? And they found out after McCracken ran right up the middle, untouched.
All right, Purry is getting ready to kick off the extra get the extra point. Overstreet's holding. Ball is down, and it's up. And it looks like it is good.
And our score, with 9:53 to go in the second period, it's now Republic 14, Neosho nothing. We'll take a quick timeout and come back after this on your KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10%.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
9:53 left in the first half. Purford getting ready to kick off, and he powers one again that's going to be back into the end zone, and the Cats will take over on the 20-yard line.
He kicked that almost 70 yards in the air. Just unbelievable, almost to the goalpost. And that puts Cats, like you say, the touchback, and they'll start on their own 20-yard line. John, we need to get something going here, whether it's a good run. Run has been stopped, and we'll see what they can do on the air attack. You hate to just be passing on third down and run for your life. But
well, it looks like we've got two lone wideouts. Brock Pyle is coming over here to this side. And he is setting in at kind of a slot position.
1st and 10 Cats from their own 20. They'll hand off up the middle.
Yeah. And Patterson.
Gain of about 3 on the play. Nice little run by Blaine.
Yeah, he turned and rolled around and picked up an extra yard or two that time. And that was Jackson Taylor that was in on the tackle. He came in from his safety position to make the tackle that time.
John, there's just no holes to run through for the Cats. Here's Rowan's got some room. Thrown up almost to the 30, very close to a first down.
That's going to be really close to a first down.
And the line judge says to be about a yard short, 3rd down and short yardage. Cats have yet to get a first down in this ball game.
Cats did not get the favor of that spot either that time, that's for sure. And
Patterson right up the middle.
He's not going to make it.
He's hit behind the line again. He stopped about 2 yards, 3 yards in the backfield.
And that's going to back it up, and it's going to be 4th and about 3.
Not a desperation time here, but
Cats are still going to go for it.
Cats, it's 4th and 3 yards to go on the 27-yard line, deep in their own territory, trying to get them to jump. It's a long count, hard count.
And now here we go again.
Spiva off to the right side.
Pile back, and
Patterson's going
to kick it. He does.
It's a high kick. It's short. It's going to come down at about the 45-yard line. It has a Neosho bounce.
It still does.
Out of bounds.
No. It rolled right down across there. It finally is out.
Well, it's down around the 42, 43-yard line. So a nice little punt, short punt, but it rolled about 15 yards for Neosho. Well, the Cats still unable to do anything. They've yet to gain a first down on their own tonight, John.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And defense is back again.
1st and 10 Tigers from their own 42-yard line. Looks like they're in victory formation every time they set up.
It does.
Hand off the right side. Good stop by the Cats right at the line of scrimmage.
That was McGehee right down the middle that time. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Oh, the Tigers are putting some new players out there, in and out. Slot back that time. Velacia was in on the play.
Yeah, and here is Grovin. He's in the ball game now in the backfield. Now he's going to be a wide receiver position.
2nd down and a long 9 yards for the Tigers. One man in motion. Kraken keeps the ball across the 45 up to the 50. Down across the 45 inside Neosho territory.
I'm not sure what that flag was for.
It came down right behind McCracken after he hit the ground.
That could be against Republic. It could be a block in the back against Republic.
That's what the line judge is indicating right now. Conferring with the umpire. Umpiring crew doing a good job tonight. They'll discuss things and see how they need to assess the damage.
7:36 left in the half. Be sure and join us at halftime when we have our halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. It looks like that flag's going to be picked up. And it's waved off.
Wave it off.
So that's going to be a first down.
I never understood that, John, when the flags come out and they say no penalty. Well, somebody saw something somewhere, and I guess it just was not crucial enough. Anyway, it's 1st and 10 Tigers from the 45-yard line inside Neosho territory.
And
McCracken, he's going to throw. He's got a man open, wide open. Oh, what a nice catch. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that was Groven, like we said before. That was, I tell you, about Oliver Martin did about all he could do. He got a hand up on the ball. He wasn't up in the air as much as Groven was. And Groven came down to the ball, and they scored.
That was a beautiful play.
Yes, it was.
And a great effort by the Cats to put a stop to it. And he just kind of waltzed in to the end zone.
Yeah, here's Purvin to kick the extra point with the hold of Overstreet.
Extra point attempt coming. It's 20-0. Republic on top of our Wildcats. And the kick is up.
It's good.
It's perfect. 7:22 to go in this second period. It's now 21-0. Republic all over Neosho. We'll come back after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Elijah Purrin hits the ball, and it goes all the way back, and that one's going to go out of the end zone.
Out of the back of the end zone, and kick that ball a good 70 yards. Somebody's going to recruit him, I'm sure, for college football someday with a leg like that. 21-0, Republic all over Neosho. We're still in the second period at 7:22 mark. Cats will take over from their own 20-yard line. John, we just need a couple of first downs for moral support. We have yet to gain a first down on our own tonight in this contest.
Well, 7:22 left in the half, and that's exactly what we do. We get it out, and
just a quick throw intended for Spiva here on the right side, and is a little underthrown by Patterson. You know, John, at this time, you want to get back in the ball game. Nerves kind of set in. You make a few mistakes and underthrown, and it'll come around. They'll settle down. It just takes a little time against a fine football team. Hand off to Roan. He has some room. Not much there. Gain of about 1 on the play.
He was wrapped up that time by number 32, and that's Caleb Norman, a senior.
And the Tigers bringing more players in and out, even on defense. They're just a tough team.
It's third down, and we've got wideouts on both sides.
Passing again, going to the air. Patterson looking to throw. He's going to run instead. He's got a man in his way.
Ran into his own man that time.
Yeah, in the way. They couldn't get out of the way in time and knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 5 on the play. Not enough for a first down. It'll bring up fourth down. And they say 4th and 4 for the Cats from their own 25.5-yard line.
Well,
see what the Cats want to do. They're not in punt formation yet. Well, here comes the punter. Says, yeah, we're going to need you.
Yeah, it's Tanner Shoddy.
He is a good kicker, but the Tigers are going to get the ball back very, very quick.
Comes the kick.
It's a little low kick. Should take a good bounce. It does across midfield. Down to about where it was before. Down about the 43-yard line is where the Tigers will take over.
Yeah, the Tigers will take over. They've got good field position. Once again, there is 6:33 left in the half.
Well, the Tigers have thrown the ball one time tonight, and that resulted in a 45-yard touchdown pass right up the middle. Not much the Cats can do. They're down 21-0. See if they can put a stop to this Tiger offense. It's been a difficult chore tonight. Handoff up the middle. That's number 15 across there. Isaiah Hall, the fullback. Good 5-yard pickup right up the middle.
Yeah. Came in there again, but once again from a safety position. That tells you what they're getting off of the front four.
Tigers nothing fancy tonight, just smash mouth football, old-fashioned football. Just taking it right to the house. Handoff.
Let's give to 25, and that is Jackson Taylor, and he comes up and looks like he's going to be close to the first down.
Let's see where they'll mark the ball. He may be just a little short there. Yeah, about a yard, half a yard. It'll be third down. Third and short for the Tigers. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line.
Dayton Kimmett, number 54, with the tackle. 3rd and 1 for a Tiger first down.
Tigers come up to the ball. McCracken remains in at quarterback.
Call
number
his
12.
own number here, I would imagine.
He just hands it off, has some room across the 40. Enough for a first down to about the 39-yard line. And that was number 5.
And that is...
First down, T-I-G.
Is that, I think that's Luke's stomach growling over there.
I think it must be, too.
He didn't have his ice cream tonight.
Should have got that ice cream.
It should have. 21-0, Republic. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line inside Neosho territory.
And now there's a timeout, and I believe it's going to be for an equipment timeout.
Cats are trying to get adjusted. Some new players coming in.
Roller's going to have to come off, and so does Bastide comes off as well for a rest.
You got to have 12 players on the field.
That is Howard back in the ball game for the Cats.
Cats have had a rough night, John. This is the first ball game we've seen them like this. They're usually the ones to strike first in a contest.
And
McCracken keeps it around the right side, has some room across the 25, down to the 20, down, knocked down on about the 18-yard line. Good 15, 16-yard pickup for McCracken.
That was Tanner Shoddy in on that tackle.
They'll spot the ball officially on the 19-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers. They're knocking at the door again.
Someone said it last week pretty well, Jim. In order to get McCracken down, you've got to get his feet and you've got to tie them up, because if he sees you coming at him, he'll just stiff arm you and knock you down and keep on going.
He is so quick and so strong. Misdirection play, left side, has some room, inside the 10, ball fumbles. Let's see who came up with it, or they say he was down by contact. Now they'll bring it back a little bit. He was across the 5. They're bringing it back to about the 7, 8-yard line.
Need for all of our middle school teams to go to the plaza area on the north side of the stadium.
Clock keeps running with 4:09 left in the half.
It's 1st and goal for the Tigers from their own 8-yard line.
They're in that modified wishbone.
Up the middle, brought down on the 4. Nice little pickup.
It was Isaiah Hall again, fullback running up in there.
Not a good night for the Cats when your safeties and defensive backs and cornerbacks are your leading tacklers. Are getting right through the line. I know our front 4 defensive linemen are tired, need a break here at halftime. 3:30 to go in the second period. Off right tackle again, touchdown.
That's Hall, right up the middle for a touchdown.
Nothing fancy, right up the middle, and they took it to the house one more time. 27-0 with the extra point attempt coming for the Tigers. Not much the Cats could do on that drive. Nothing fancy. It was just all run at will.
Elijah Perry getting ready to kick the extra point. And the ball is down, and there's a kick. It's up, and it's good.
And our score is now 28-0 Republic over Neosho. We'll return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the half, and Elijah Purrier is getting ready to kick off, and we'll see if he gives someone a chance to get this one and take it.
John,
make a run back.
The offense has just been non-existent tonight for the Cats. No first downs as of yet here in the first half. Another long kickoff out of the end zone. The Cats will take over on their own 20-yard line. Very little running yardage. Patterson unable to do much. He scrambled for his life tonight. Roan just a few carries left and right off tackle. Not much there.
Well, if the Cats can go down and score before the half, then we get the ball when we come back from the half, and that would go a long ways in towards helping our morale and getting us going.
We got 3 minutes and 25 seconds to get something going here before halftime. Right up the middle, Patterson carries. Nothing doing. Gain of about a yard on the play.
Yeah, he was like the second man through that time.
They give him 2 yards, but yeah, they're generous. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we will.
2nd and 8 for the Cats. Ball on the 22-yard line. Roan's going to carry it. And nothing doing up across the 25, and he's hit by about 3 or 4 black shirt Tigers.
Well, the Cats continue to try to run the ball right up the middle. I wonder if we need to see if we can't run a little laterally and get around the corner.
Ball just shy of the 26-yard line, and they're calling a timeout. It's going to be Republic. Says we want to take things over. We'll take one as well. Luke, we got a good 30-second spot, and we'll return on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the half, and the Cats are still huddled up over there, seeing if we can't come up with something special to mount a drive that'll hit pay dirt before the end of the half.
This play right here is important for the Cats. They'll send receivers to the left and right.
Yeah, Howard is way out over here on this side.
Cats have yet to complete a pass tonight. There's a nice pass there. We go to Spiva.
And Spiva's got the first down.
That's the first down of the ball game. He's brought down around the 38-yard line. After catch, he ran about 5 or 6 yards. Now move it back a little bit to the 37. 1st and 10 Cats.
That is the same play that Brock Pyle caught.
Patterson hit in the backfield. He gets loose.
And he continues to move on up, and he is up to probably picked up 8.
Nice carry knocked out of bounds on the 45-yard line on the far side of the field. Cats need to get something going. They're down 28-0.
No. I thought sure he picked up more than that, but apparently he may have stepped out of bounds.
And there's a flag. Either somebody jumped.
That is probably a wide receiver that was across the line of scrimmage at the time the ball was snapped, if I was guessing.
False start is what the official announcement is, and they'll bring it back to the 39-yard line. Just a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That'll be 2nd and 8. So Cats have had a couple of good plays back-to-back here a little bit. Let's just keep right on going and see what we can pick up here.
Howard in motion. Patterson back to throw. He's got a man open.
Almost intercepted. It was intercepted.
Intercepted by the Tigers right on the 40-yard line.
And making the interception was number 32, Caleb Norman.
Well, the Cats are getting a little momentum and trying to make something happen, and just too many Tigers around. Yeah, they'll spot the ball on the 41-yard line. Tigers would love to extend that lead going into halftime.
This interception will stand. First and 10 Republic.
Hometown crowd is loving that. It's a packed house tonight in Republic, and a good crowd from Neosho on hand, and we thank you for being with us as well back in Neosho. First and 10 Tigers from the 41-yard line of Neosho. McCracken around the right side, has some room, across the 40.
There was a block in the back.
He gets loose
And
up to
Head's
the
gonna
30.
come back, I believe.
Clock is stopped.
And it looks like that it's a hold against them. And that'll go back, and that'll be a 10-yarder anyway. And there's another flag up here in the middle. I'm not sure.
And they repeat first down. 10-yard penalty. They'll take it back to the... Well, they just keep going. That's on the 49-yard line of Republic.
There's a minute 41 left in the half.
I'd like to see the Cats put a stop to this. Looks they're in passing formation. They've only completed one pass tonight. He's back to throw. McCracken has time. He's being flushed out of the pocket.
And he is going to be flushed.
He has some room. He's going to hang on to it across the 50, down to the 44-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, he eluded that time about 6 Wildcat tacklers.
He was pushed back. It would have been a good 15-yard loss. He fought his way back and made something into nothing. Or nothing into something, I should say. I mean, he made a good run, a good effort there.
Well, the secondary did a good job of covering their receptive wide receivers, but the pursuit that was put on by the Cats was relentless.
2nd and 13 for the Tigers.
And here comes again. There is another pass.
It's wide open on the far side, across the 20, 30, I should say, enough for a Tiger first down, and that'll stop the clock as they go out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Lawhon, Gavin Lawhon, that made the reception that time. He got the first down.
Ball spotted on the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Looks like another full group of Republic players are coming back into the ball game. 40 seconds left in the half.
First and 10 Cats.
And
McCracken's going to throw. He's got a man open at the 20. It's complete. 15 knocked down inside the 15-yard line.
Nice tackle that time by Rome. But it's not a first down, though.
Chains will move. Ball on the 19 or 14-yard line. And they just spike the ball to stop the clock. They've used a couple of timeouts.
Stay tuned for our halftime show, which is brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And among other things, I caught up with head basketball coach Kelsey Witten, and we'll visit with her for a minute or two and much, much more at halftime.
John, the PA announcer was telling me before the game their kicker had a 45-yard field goal just a few weeks ago, so he has the leg from this distance. Patterson's back. He has a man open. Brought down on about... That ball was knocked loose, but they said he was down. Clock is stopped. Ball down around the 8-9 yard line.
Chase Kivett was the one that picked it up and took off running with it.
Another flag out at the 10-yard line.
And let's see what this one's going to be.
Just waiting
it looks like that they're going to be marching it off against the Wildcats.
Face mask against the Cats. Just another costly penalty. Brings it down to the 7-yard line. There's 22 seconds left before halftime, and it can't come soon enough for the Wildcats tonight. They need a break. They have been pushed around, especially in this second quarter.
Yeah, and they've got to go about 4 yards for a first down.
Well, they're thinking touchdown right now.
Yeah, and we may see them throw the ball again. Nope.
Patterson, he has a quick little, and it's in for a touchdown, 7-yard touchdown off the right side. Coming at the 16-second mark.
Velasco was the one that caught that ball.
Just not the nights for the Cats.
It's certainly not the night we envisioned.
34-0, extra point coming. And John, you know what this means. We'll have a running clock in the second half. Extra point coming. A kick from the 10-yard line is up.
It's good.
And it's good. 16 seconds left before halftime. It's now 35-0. Republic on top of Neosho. Let's take a break and return on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Well, there was a kickoff, and it went out of the end zone once again by Elijah Perry. You're right, Jim. Somebody's going to pick that young man up because he kicks the ball well. The Cats, with 16 seconds left, will start on the 20-yard line.
Cats have had very little success tonight. They've had one first down, and that's it. The running attack has been stifled, and passing is nothing of any measure. Spiva had one nice catch for a first down, and that's it. Patterson back to throw. Oh, hit hard. Oh, yeah. After the catch, he went back about 8 yards. Clock winds down. And let's go into the locker room, boys. Take a break and regroup. It's halftime here in Republic, Missouri. Tigers on top of Neosho, 35-0. Let's take a break, and we'll be back on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Amory Roofing and Construction, based in Seneca, Missouri, specialize in roofing, siding, guttering, remodels, decks, and new construction. They also handle concrete, fire, and flood mitigation, and even work directly with your insurance claims. 417-389-6986. Whether it's a small repair or a major project, you can count on Amory Roofing and Construction for quality, integrity, and craftsmanship. See more online at amoryroofing.com or find them on Facebook.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Want to know what your home is worth? Stop by to get a free competitive market analysis with Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. They're proud to serve the Neosho area and will stay with you every step of the way, whether you're buying or selling. A family-owned business for over 25 years, Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. 417-451-1700 or by email at gkitchen.showmerealestate@gmail.com. Home of the Happy Campers.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
What does a culture of excellence look like? It looks like her, him, and them. It's where future educators, innovators, lifesavers, and global leaders call their home. It's a place where immersive learning environments can help empower students to command a future in their field. Come experience excellence at Missouri Southern State University.
There are no atheists in foxholes. Billy Graham has a theory on that old saying.
It seems to be instinctive in man to pray in times of trouble.
How about you? Are you in the midst of a battle and you don't know what to do? Well, think foxholes.
God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for His love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today. The scripture says, pray without ceasing. This should be the motto of every true follower of Christ. Never stop praying, no matter how dark and hopeless your case may be.
You can learn more about prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 2918 East 20th Street in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Wildcat Minute is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Neosho Wildcats.
Welcome to Wildcat Minute. I'm John Ball, and we've got head girls basketball coach Kelsey Witten. Thank you so much, Coach, for visiting with us.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Hey, you've had a busy summer. Tell us a little bit about what's going on, who some of the girls are that you're going to be expecting on the hardwoods. You told me a while ago you had another open gym today, and we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, so we have several girls returning. We had one senior graduate from last year. So we have 3 seniors on our team right now. We have Jasmine Washington, who's taken on a pretty big leadership role for us and is kind of going to be put in some situations where she's going to have to make the decision to take over games and lead for her team. We have Haley Smith, who has been kind of the heart of our team this summer as far as helping with relationship building and some culture building stuff. We haven't seen her on the court much. She has been injured and is trying to get, back to healthy, so we're excited to hopefully get her back this season. And then we have April Barr, who is the most physical player in our program. She's a rebounding maniac, and we're expecting some big things out of her as well. As far as juniors go, we have had every open gym so far. We've had Emma Ward, who is coming back, played some varsity minutes last year. We're expecting a lot of big things from her as far as contributing on offense and being kind of that versatile player who can sub in for any position on the court. We have Brooklyn Crandall coming back. She's kind of our quickster, great on defense, is able to lock anybody down, when necessary, and we are really looking for big things from her as well. We have one of our team captains, Journey Burkhart. She is going to be our point guard and kind of our quarterback. She's been kind of put into a leadership role for us as well, really making sure we're holding teammates accountable and moving forward as far as what we want to do with the program. Delilah Stevens is back this year. She brings a lot of good things to the table as far as offense goes, and she has put in a lot of work to make sure her defense is improving and getting where it needs to be. And then our 2 sophomores that are back, Jolie Bond is probably our biggest offensive threat right now. Her basketball IQ is out of this world, and she's going to put up some big minutes for us. And then Aspen Drake will be kind of the enforcer on the court. She's probably going to be leading rebounder. She's going to put up 10 to 15 points a game and, be that player that we can look to for the next 3 years contributing for us. So we've got a really solid group of varsity basketball players coming in.
Well, this is your first year at Neosho and heading up the ball club. Who's helping you out?
So I have Coach Robertson. He's here at the high school with us. This is his first year coaching girls basketball. He brings a lot of energy to the group, and, it's kind of nice to have a male perspective on the bench as far as, having some of those hard conversations, and, he's willing to do anything I ask him to do. Then I have Gwen Osborne. She is a 4th grade teacher at Goodman. She played college basketball, still holds a rebounding record at her collegiate school. And then she was also a head coach at El Dorado. So she kind of brings in some, I would say, advice and, some steadiness that whenever I get fired up, she's kind of the calm in the storm. So a pretty great mixture of coaches.
Okay, well, also, you don't just coach basketball. You teach also, don't you?
I do, yes. I am a special education teacher at the high school. Greatest job in the world most days. And so it's been really cool being able to be around the girls all day. And we are actually partnering as a program with our Special Olympics athletes. We're going to have a tournament that we're going to kind of run and help host. And we're really trying to get in the community and, support athletes of all ability levels. That was kind of a goal that was brought to my attention from Delilah Stevens, and I think that that's a great thing to get the girls involved with.
All right. Well, it sounds like you've got a busy schedule. When's your first ball game?
So our Jamboree is November 18th in Webb City, and then our first official game is at Seneca on November 24th. Then our home opener is December 9th against Monette.
Okay, well, things are sure ginning along. I know you're a very busy person. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us today.
Of course. Thank you guys so much, and go Cats.
Thank you for listening to the Wildcat Minute, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is Your Touchstone Energy Partner.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A nonprofit organization, a sponsor of high school sports.
It's time for the Freeman Sports Health Minute. The Freeman Sports Team is proud to serve as the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges.
Welcome to another Health Minute here on KNEO. Adam Winkler here with you, joined by Dave Compton. He is a trainer with Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And Dave, our topic today is what is a torn ACL and what's the projected recovery time on that?
You bet, Adam. The ACL, or the anterior cruciate ligament, is the front ligament in the middle of the knee joint. The ACL is the primary stabilizer of the knee joint. It keeps the femur and the tibia from shifting on each other as we bend and flex and straighten the knee during athletic competition. Unfortunately, the ACL tear is usually a season-ending injury. Athletes in most sports just can't perform because the knee becomes unstable. It shifts when the athlete tries to jump, run, pivot, and change direction, and it just becomes unstable. The ACL requires surgical repair where it is replaced with another ligament, usually the hamstring or the patellar tendon, and it usually takes 4 to 6 months to rehab the surgically repair the ACL, and that's why it usually ends the season.
For the Freeman Sports Health Minute, I'm Adam Winkler. This portion of the game is sponsored by First Community Bank, with 2 Neosho locations, 111 East Main Street and 3005 Gardner Edgewood Drive. For personal or business banking services or for loan information, their phone number is 451-3222 or 451-2025 or online at firstcommunity.net. First Community Bank, where their slogan is, where community comes first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In team sports, it isn't uncommon to hear about teammates getting into fights. But when tensions arise between teammates, the conflict needs to get settled immediately. By not letting the frustrations fester, the team can stay focused on attaining greater success as a unit. The same is true in our own lives. Even followers of Jesus experience tension with each other. But the Bible says, if someone says, I love God, but hates a fellow believer, that person is a liar. For if we don't love people we can see, how can we love God whom we cannot see? And he has given us this command. Those who love God must also love their fellow believers. Although conflict is inevitable as imperfect people, if we understand what loving God really means, we will love his people too. So today, let's try to bring resolution to any outstanding conflicts and fight for unity with fellow believers. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And welcome back. It is halftime, and Jim, I guess we need to say that Republic is throwing the ball more during this ball game than they've probably thrown it all year long. They've certainly made the adjustments, haven't they?
They certainly have. The first pass tonight by McCracken has thrown the ball and threw it for a nice 45-yard touchdown pass, coming with 7:22 in that second period. Cats started off well, holding the first drive by the Tigers down on their own 4-yard line, put a stop to that before they could score, but Cats really have done nothing tonight. I would assume Roan is yet to get 10 yards rushing. They are just that good, that defensive line for the Tigers, but they did score at the 105 mark in the first period, and they scored 4 times in the second quarter. It's now 35-0 as we're in at halftime with Republic and Neosho.
Yeah, well, the Cats went in after they made their first down with towards the end of the half when the ball was thrown to Mason Spiva and he picked up the first down. Then Patterson turned around and had a pretty good run of 6 or 8 yards on the outside. I would expect to see the Cats stretch out just a little bit instead of coming right up the middle to see if they can't get around the corner a little bit. I'd also expect to see the linebackers come up closer to the line of scrimmage and see if that won't help us some to stop that powerful running attack that Republic has.
Been a very definite night that the Cats have been unable to do anything. You do have a few scores from around here that's close ball games across the 4-state area.
That's right. It is halftime in Carthage, and Carthage is up over Webb City 14-7. At Glendale, if the Falcons are up 28-22 over the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. And it's in the second quarter at Ozark, and the Nixa Eagles are 28-7. It's 0-0 in the first quarter with Waynesville and Kickapoo. I'm going to assume we just don't have the score on that one just yet. Joplin Eagles 35 and Willard Tigers 0, and that's just first quarter. I'm going to assume that they're getting real close to the second quarter also. Over in the Big 8, Lamar 28 and the Aurora Hound Dogs 0. East Newton Patriots 8 and the Seneca Indians 28. That is in the second quarter. Cassville Wildcats and the Monette Cubs are tied up at 28 at the end of the second quarter. And Nevada right now is beating Mount Vernon 12-0. And of course, the McDonald County Mustangs will be playing in Kansas City tomorrow. They'll be playing Kansas City Central in a 1 o'clock ball game. Over in the Ozark Mountain, they're knotted up between Logan, Rogersville, and Branson, 21 at the halftime. Bolivar Liberators are getting beat by the Carl Junction Bulldogs, 38-7. The Zizzers from West Plains, 18, and the Marshfield Blue Jays, 10. And there is no score in the Parkview Vikings Hillcrest Hornets ball game. We want to remind everybody, though, that we will be back tomorrow at the Neosho Wildcat Sports Complex as the 5 o'clock ball game, weather permitting. The Lady Cats will be taking on the Lee Summit Tigers. That's right. And both teams have got, Cats have got a record of 22-11, and the Tigers from Lee Summit have got a record of 22-10. But you might recall, Jim, that they played a really, really close game with the Cats when they were up at Warrensburg in a tournament, and the Cats lost that ball game 1-0.
But you look at the Cats, the outstanding performance by Olivia Emery the other night, struck out 17 Joplin Lady Eagles, struck out the first 12 batters that she faced. She gave up one hit, and that was a home run in the top of the 7th inning. And the Cats will play tomorrow, weather permitting, and we've got some weather coming in. Could be a little storm front that's coming in out of the north and coming out of the plains and moving through our area throughout much of the day tomorrow. So just be aware of that.
Yeah, let's take a time out. We're getting a entertaining performance from the Republic Band, as you can see out there. But let's take a time out, and we'll be back. We've got about 5 minutes before we start the second half. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
Looking for extra space near Neosho? At 86 Mini Storage, we offer secure open parking for RVs, campers, and vehicles. Plus, we have a selection of storage units that can hold whatever you need. Conveniently located in Western Neosho with 24-hour access for our customers, and right now, your first month is free. To find out what spaces are currently available or request a unit, visit 86ministorage.com or call 417-621-1601.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Welcome back to Republic. The Neosho Wildcats are down by a score of 35-0. And Jim, I believe we will have a turbo clock starting the second half. The Cats will get the ball back, and immediately, because we will probably get the ball kicked into the end zone again or out and start on the 20-yard line. Elijah Perry has yet to give the Cats an opportunity to run the ball back.
The Cats, like you mentioned, with those kickoffs tonight, starting on their own 20 as a result of a touchback, they have not had good field position, where the average field position starting is around midfield for the Tigers, and they've been very successful this evening running the ball, and in that last drive, they got the ball back on an interception with about 1:50 to go before halftime. And, John, they utilized the clock. They ran when they had to. They threw the ball, and they completed several passes and got down to the 4-yard line, or down to the 7, where they scored their final touchdown on a nice run up the middle. 35-0, as we mentioned. Here at halftime, Neosho has their work cut out for them. We have yet to see them this season this far behind. Usually they're the ones in their driver's seat, but not so much tonight. And, John, a few costly penalties.
There have been a few of those.
Face mask calls after the play is over, some unsportsmanlike conduct, and personal fouls. And, you just can't have that. But you had kudos to the Republic team there, outstanding team. And like I say, they lost to Nixa, which everybody's been losing to Nixa, and they lost a heartbreaker last week in Carthage by the score of 30-28 after leading almost the entire contest.
Well, I tell you what, that is exactly right, and I think that's what the Cats have got to do. We've got to remember, we are still a good ball club. In spite of what's happening to us right now, if we dig in and we suck it up and we play for pride, there's a good chance that we can get right back into this ball club. But it also all starts with that first drive from the scrimmage line, which will be about the 20-yard line, I believe. If we can get going there and we can come back out the way that we finished in the second quarter, with the exception of that interception. We had a couple of good plays back to back. We picked up a first down, which we hadn't had the whole ball game, by the way. So we are making some progress. It's time for us to build on that progress and see what else we do. Knowing Coach Touty, I'm sure that he has made some adjustments, and we'll see what happens when we come out at halftime. Looks like there's a minute and 4 seconds left. Luke, let's take one more time out, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
This is Pastor James Keyser from the Neosho Church of the Nazarene, and just wanted to share a few thoughts with you today. We live in a world where people are captivated by fear, worry, anxiety. And I understand that when folks don't have God in the center of their life. But when we're talking about the church, the Bible has so much to say that we should not worry, we should not fear, we should not be anxious about anything, but in prayer and supplication, bring all our requests to God. Primarily because we know God cares about us. And at the end of the day, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, fear and worry, really at the very heart of it, it's a lack of faith and it's a lack of trust in God. I think it's a choice to choose to trust Him in the midst of uncertain and trying times. I really believe that's what God wants for our life. For KNEO Radio, this is Pastor James Keyser.
Well, it is second half, and the ball is getting ready to be teed up by Republic. Mr. Perry is getting ready to tee it up, and we've got two people back in the back, Oliver Miller, and looks, I'm just going to change my mind. Yeah, it is Oliver Miller, but it is also Haven Plummer. And here comes the kickoff.
And a nice kick. It's going to go deep in the end zone.
It almost went through the uprights, Jim.
John, I'm getting messages tonight, and I appreciate all the text messages. Somebody wants to know, John, if we're going to steal that cowbell that's right below our window here tonight. They hear that more than they hear us, I think. But anyway, the Cats will take over on their own 20-yard line as they have most of the evening on the fine kicking by the Tigers just underway here at halftime.
Just got a note from Coach Goodell. She says that we'll know about 9 o'clock in the morning and what's going to happen the rest of the day.
Roan hit in the backfield. Carey trying to make something happen. Loss of about a yard on the play. And like you say, we'll know more about 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
If we'll have softball action at the complex tomorrow. Second down and 11 for the Cats. One man in motion. That's Howard. Patterson, who wants to do something, has some room. Dives forward to about the 23. Not much there. And one man is down in the backfield. It's going to be an injury timeout. We got one Cat that is down.
Exactly who that is. Looks like that is Lincoln.
He was the man in motion. I couldn't tell.
Lincoln Howard.
He wasn't hit, but
he's going to walk off for just a minute or two. And the trainer is out there to meet him.
Third down and 8. Fans are on their feet here at Republic, wanting to put a stop and get the ball back. We have a running clock, and it does stop when the official says so, whether an official timeout or an injury timeout like we just had. But the clock will continue to run on an incomplete pass or knocked out of bounds.
Well, the Cats have backed themselves up. It is 3rd and long, and it's just about going to have to be a pass play, so everybody knows it. And here it comes. Nice catch that time by Spiva, and he is going to be up to probably within the three-yard line.
Three yards
4th and 3, looks like.
3 yards shy for a first down. Well, the Cats are looking that they'll go for it. 4th down and short yardage for the Cats. Do or die time. He's got a man open. It's complete. It's got open down to the 40, the 50. He's got one man to beat.
Oliver Martin.
He cuts
he's going to
back.
Step aside, and he's still running. And
he is knocked down on the 15-yard line. What a nice play. Had one man to beat. He moved left, moved right, and he tripped himself up there. Nice long run by the Cats and a good way to start.
That was a nice catch and run by Oliver Martin.
Ball spotted on the 15-yard line. They're waiting for the chain gang to move down. They do. They get there in time. Roan runs right down to about the 11. Good pickup of about 4 on that play.
Yeah, that may be a little bit of something that gets us going. And nice job by the Cats on 4th down with their back against the wall to be down. This is as far as they have penetrated into Republic territory, Jim.
First time they've been across midfield all evening. One man in motion. That's Martin. They hand off. Left side, Roan is stopped in the backfield for about a 2-3 yard loss.
And he was tackled in there by number 21. That is Gavin Lawhorn.
But a gutsy play down deep in their own territory, 4th and 2, and they come up with a 50-yard play. Nice catch nice run after catch for Oliver Martin. Patterson back to throw. He's got a man open in the end zone. He knocked it away. That was intended for Martin. He's down in the corner, knocked out of bounds. It'll bring up 4th down for the Cats.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that there was some, they were really tussling with each other down there. Martin was that time, and of course the official was right there on the play, but there was no flag.
4th down, 8 to go for the Cats. The ball on the 13. They need to get down inside the 5 for a first down. Patterson back with Roan, and there's a whistle. And Neosho is going to call a timeout. Coach Touty says, let's talk this over. We want this to be just right. We'd like to get on the scoreboard. 8:41 to go in the 3rd period here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Let's take another 30-second timeout and come right back. There's 8:41 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Well, the Cats have got to do something special. It is 4th and 8.
Patterson back to throw. He's in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. He throws. Ball is dropped. Incompleted pass. And Republic will take over on down. So
yeah, Patterson is down. He's being picked up and he's being helped over to the sidelines.
He was hit hard. He's scrambled for his life tonight. He's holding that right hand. And he's going to go over and have it checked out. That'd be a tough break if he has to come out of the game, but they'll work him over. Ball on the 13-yard line. Republic will take over. Clock is running. 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. It is a running clock. 35-0 Republic. Across the 15 up to about the 18-yard line.
Tackled in there by Tanner Shoddy.
Nothing fancy tonight, just hard-nosed football from this Republic Tiger team.
Dayton Kivett in on that tackle that time from his far side defensive end position.
Second down and short yardage, 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers.
Linebackers have moved up a step or two.
And they get across close to the 25-yard line and pushed back. It looks like that will be enough for a Tiger first down.
It was a nice tackle that time by Cayman Rome, but it was a little bit too late. They got the first down.
Well, John, all they care about right now is just hanging on to the football, and clock is running, and you just do what you've been doing, and so far it's been working.
You've got one wide out over on the far side. There's another little misdirection play, but nothing doing.
And there's a loss of about 2 yards. He hung on by the shoestrings and brought him down.
Joe Valesa was the runner that time, and he was stopped in there by Kivett.
2nd down and 11 for the Tigers, and the ball spotted on the 24-yard line. I want to thank the people here at Republic for their generosity tonight and everybody in the press box. And did you get some pizza a while ago? Did they bring you pizza?
No, they didn't bring me any pizza.
Well, very much appreciated. Nice run here off right tackle up to the 30-yard line. Gains back some of that yardage that they lost.
And those carry. It is 3rd down, and it's about 5.
Ball just across the 30-yard line. Tigers on the march. See what they could do. It'd be nice if the Cats could put a stop to this.
Another couple of sets of fresh legs right back in there.
Cats have yet to get on the scoreboard tonight. They've been stymied every time they try to run. They did have that nice long pass play from Patterson to Oliver Martin, but nothing doing from down on the 15-yard line. And there's gonna
call a timeout, it looks like.
The Tigers are going to call a timeout. That's their second timeout. Clock stopped at 5:28. Left to go in the third period.
Let's take another timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO, Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Healthcare doesn't have to be complicated. At the Free Market Physician in Neosho, you pay just one affordable monthly fee, and that covers all the checkups and routine care you need. No insurance hassles, no surprise bills, just unlimited access to your doctor when you need them. Whether it's a quick visit, telemedicine, or ongoing care, you're covered. Find out how simple healthcare can be. Call 417-312-9499 or visit freemarketphysicians.com. That's 417-312-9499.
3rd and about 4.
Back to throw. It's completed across the 35, the 40. One man to beat, and he was stopped.
And that was clear again, and he picked up the first down, and Oliver Martin tackled him.
Ball will be spotted on the 43-yard line. A nice little catch and run. Nothing fancy, just off the left side. Ball on the left hash mark, 43-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers. Kraken remains at quarterback. Misdirection play up the middle. Number 15 carried the ball that time.
It's Isaiah Hall, the fullback. Looks like he's picked up about 7.
John, they they've had good luck tonight, success running the ball up the middle. You know, that D-line has to be tired for the Cats because they've been playing both ways tonight.
Yes, they have. Yeah, it looks like it's 2nd and about 4. I'd say 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it's a long 3, yeah. Another handoff up the middle. It's enough for a Tiger first down. Let's see where it's officially spotted. Yep, yeah, referee gave the go-ahead. Let's move the chains.
Matthew Pelfrey on the carry that time.
Clock continues to run. It will with the running robo clock. Score remains the same. Score at halftime, 35-0. That's where we set right now. Both teams coming in with a 5-2 record. Both well respected. And the Tigers have just been too much tonight.
Yeah, they certainly have. And here's another possible pass play. And no, it's not.
Good stop in the backfield. Number 75. Who else?
Yeah, that was
Mr. Tomlinson right there. Grabbed him by the ankles, and you're not going anywhere, young man.
So that'll be 2nd and about 12 because that was a 2-yard loss.
Hall back in the ball game for the Tigers. John, you play 2 or 3 downs, then you get a little break.
Yeah.
And they bring in some new legs. 2nd down and still long yardage. 2nd down and 12. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line. Up the middle,
and that
Hall.
Ball goes to Hall, and he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 on them.
Isaiah Hall on the carry.
Nice.
5 to the 43-yard
Let's say officially 5 yards. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Bastide made the tackle that time.
Well, the scoring tonight, it was 7-0 at the end of the first period. But Tigers came alive in the second period. A few mental mistakes for the Cats were costly. They scored 28 points, and that's where we stand, 35-0. Down to the 2:10 mark in the third period. McCracken still at quarterback. He
and
goes
he's
back
to pass.
It's complete.
Yeah.
Declare across the 35. It's enough for a first down.
Yeah, the initial hit was made by Rome that time and followed up with by Spiva.
And the clock will run. 1st and 10 Tigers from their 33-yard line. And they've used 2 timeouts tonight. They have 1 timeout left for the entire ball game. Don't forget, later on, we'll have some scores around the COC. Tough matchups tonight. Carthage and Webb City, big ball game. He's back to throw again. He's going deep. He has a man open, overthrown. That would have been a sure touchdown, but some Wildcats were right with him. That was number 3. That was Plummer, Haven Plummer, right with him.
Cordy Spiva, or Riley. Cordy Riley was the one that ball was being thrown to from McCracken. No, check that. That was Overstreet. He's come back on Brandon Overstreet.
Ball on the 33, 2nd and 10. You know, the Tigers can afford to have the luxury to try some things they normally wouldn't at this stage of the game. Misdirection play. Nice run down to the 25, brought down.
Yeah, it was a nice play that time by
number
Chase
5.
Kivett.
And the running back was Owen Clare. He's had a good night. He's not a big young man. He's very muscular and low to the ground and gets the job done.
24 left in the third quarter. I bet this will probably be the last play. of the third quarter.
And they'll take the as much time as they can off the clock, play clock down to 14. They can just let this run out, and that's what they're going to do. So at the end of the third period, it's still the same. Republic 35, Neosho nothing. We'll take a timeout and return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Forbes asked and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dodson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And one. Beginning of the fourth quarter in Republic, Missouri. The Cats are down by a score of 35-0. We've had the turbo clock going ever since the beginning of the half. Republic has got the ball. It is third down. It looks like about 7.
And the Tigers still have most of their starters into the ball game. They were held scoreless in the third period.
Yeah, and I really don't anticipate them doing anything else. They're trying to score points for district.
And they average around 40 points per game. They'd like to have one more score to keep that average and keep that clock running.
And it's fourth down, fourth and about 2, it looks like.
And some new faces coming in for the Tigers. Hall coming out of the game. Ball spotted on the 25-yard line, deep inside Neosho territory.
And there's the first down.
And, yeah, off left tackle again. That line is so strong for the Tigers, and the chains will move.
Matthew Pelfrey on the carry that time, and he was stopped just on the backside of the linebackers, but that was too late. So,
ball on the 21-yard line. They'll bring in a couple of wide receivers.
Yeah, Rome on the tackle that time again. Rome's made a lot of tackles tonight.
First and 10 Tigers. Clock is winding down. 10:45 to go in the ball game. Another handoff. He has some room. Tripped up. Good play by number 8.
Yeah, that was Roan that made that.
Roan, yeah, number 9.
Yeah, made the tackle that time.
That was
again, that was on Pelfrey.
It's going to be first and goal from the 7-yard line. That was a sure toe-saving touchdown.
Yes, it was.
Got him around the toes, around the shoelaces, and brought him down. Tripped him up. Tigers on the move again. This is 4-down territory. They're taking as much time. Play clock down to 12. Still plenty of time. Handoff, second man through. That's Claire.
And he is tackled that time by number 18, which is Nate Winkler.
We're just taking time off the clock. Run as many plays as you can. It's second down and 3 from the 3. Bringing plays in.
Yeah, Overstreet comes back into the ball game, and he'll line up just outside.
Clock down to 9.5 minutes.
He's the lone wide receiver. They're set up in a modified flex. And that looks like there's a score.
And he's across the goal line, across the end of the house. That's touchdown. Touchdown Tigers coming at the 9:22 mark. Nothing fancy about that. 3-yard TD run. John, that's all they had to do. A little passing here or there, attempts, and score is now 41-0. Republic.
Yeah, and on for the extra point.
They do.
Perry.
They do have an outstanding kicking game. And the kick is up. Made that look easy.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's good. 9:22 to go in the ball game. Republic on top of Neosho, 42-0. We'll come back after this. Timeout on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
Mr. Perry does the same thing he's done, but the Cats are going to see if they can't. And they were going to try to run it out about 2 steps back into the end zone, but the referee says, no, let me make that decision for you.
No, you can't do that. They'll start again with normal territory from their 20-yard line.
That's right.
And the clock is stopped momentarily. It'll start here on the snap. Cats tonight, John, have not mustered much of any offensive effort.
Yeah, we're certainly spreading the offense out right now, Jim.
There is passing territory. Let's see what the Cats can do. He's back. Oh, intended for Spiva on the far side of the field, trying to make a one-handed grab and couldn't quite do it.
I didn't quite make it, so.
Clock will continue to run.
And the Cats get back, and as I said, we're spreading the offense out. We're spread out clear across the field right now, so.
Second down and 10 for the Cats from the 20. Patterson back to throw. He's got a man open. Intended for Brock Pyle.
Yeah.
Knocked around, almost intercepted.
I'm not sure Patterson didn't hurt his hand a while ago. He went over to the sideline with that hand.
And it was his
cradled in his arm.
It was his throwing hand that he fell down or was tackled behind the line on that previous drive. New replacements coming in on the line. Give him a break. Patterson back to throw again. He's got a man open. Oh, nice catch to Roan.
And that's a first down.
And that'll be, you're right, across the 30, down to about the 33-yard line. That's their third first down of the ball game. Clock runs, 8 minutes to go in the contest. Ball on the 33, 1st and 10 Cats. And they'll call a whistle.
I'm not sure what that's.
It's a timeout.
That's a timeout. That's their last timeout.
Well, the clock stopped right at the 8-minute mark. Let's take a quick break as well on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
8 minutes left in the ball game. The Cats are getting ready after a first down by a great catch by Keyshawn Roan.
And the ball batted away, incomplete. Martin, the intended receiver for the Cats.
He just outran that one just a little bit. He turned around, or the ball was thrown low.
Tigers tonight have done a good job to contain the Cats, throw off their rhythm. Timing is off. Patterson back to the throw. He's being flushed out. He has a man open. Intended for Brock Pyle here on the near side. Threw it behind him.
And I'll tell you what, that would have been a first down, because Brock did not have a man close to him.
Brock's one of the hardest working Cats out there. Clock runs down to 7:15 to go in the ball game. 42-0, and the Tigers still have a lot of their starters in. Third down and long. There's a nice run. Oh, Roan up the middle. He could go all the way, and he has 3 men to beat. He cuts back left. Touchdown, Wildcats. What a nice run. 67-yard run by Roan.
So the Cats at least are not going to go home skunked.
That's coming at the 6:56 mark in the ball game. Roan, that's what we're used to seeing, John.
Yes,
nice
it
run
is.
up left tackle and just right up the middle. And he had 3 men to beat, and he is so quick. And he outran those 3 defenders. He just weaved in and out of traffic. Nice
Valenci's
run.
on for the extra point.
And the kick is up.
And it's good.
And our score, 42-7, Republic on top of Neosho. We'll return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Score was 6:56 remaining.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
6:56 left, and the Cats finally hit pay dirt on a long rump by Kayshawn Rome, and then the extra point by Fluentes. Now the score is 42-7. Still have the turbo clock in effect, though, Jim.
It was a nice long run, just a little bit too late. As you mentioned, the robo clock will run and continue to run unless the officials deem it necessary to call a timeout or an injury timeout. Getting ready to kick it off. Good to have you with us tonight. It's not the outcome we had hoped for, but we're still proud of what our Cats have done. They have not given up. They have heart, and they work extremely hard.
And here comes the kickoff by Tanner Shoddy.
It's a little trying.
Be a,
oh, nice. Oh, good.
And the Cats get it.
Cats get the onside kick. It took a Neosho bounce.
And that was caught by Tate Winkler.
Taken down on about the 38-yard line. Wow, what the hop there. It just, it was a short kick, and they've done that several times this year, but that one worked very well.
Yes, it did.
Well, they'll spot it on the 40. I thought it was the 38, but they'll spot it on the 40. Let's see what the Cats can do. Clock is running at 6:30 to go in the game.
Looks like there's some clean black shirts in there on defense.
The long throw, he has a man open. Oh, just out of the... Is that number 4, Oliver Martin?
Yeah, that was Oliver Martin, and he kind of thought that there should have been a flag on that play, but it was not called. There's not been a pass interference called yet.
No,
tonight.
there hasn't. In the second half, really no penalties. Just a few mistakes early in the ball game. Second down and 10 for the Cats. They'll hand it off to Roan. Not much there. Gain of about 2, 3 possibly.
Maybe 3. Well, the Cats opened that up by spreading the offense. I mean, the offense was all the way across the field, and that opened up that opportunity, and Rome, with his speed, was able to take off, and that was all she wrote.
Cats come again. Clock running down. Play clock down to 22 seconds. 3 men here on the near side of the field. One at the top of your screen.
Tapia in there.
Nice.
And there's a pass that's caught by Oliver Martin.
Gain of about 7 or 8. He's pushed back. Not enough for a first down. It'll bring up 4th down and short yardage. 4th down and a long 2 for the Cats. They'll go for it, of course.
It's 4th down and 2.
And we've got trips on this side, and there it is, and it's going in.
Patterson has room. He's going to go.
He's going for the touchdown.
30-yard touchdown run for Patterson, coming at the 4:53 mark. Nice run by Blaine, calling his own number off right tackle. So that's what we know of the Cats this year. Too bad, John, that wasn't in the first half.
There.
Another touchdown, but a penalty marker on about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, there's going to be a hold right there, so that'll be taking it back.
There's two nice runs for touchdowns that have been going to be coming back. Another hold. That's how you open up a hole. You just grab a hold of somebody and grab them by the shoulder pads. And
that is from the point of the hold.
Ball brought back to the 25. Repeat second down.
Yeah.
Those are two touchdowns called back.
Second down and 3 for
Cornelison, the quarterback, hands off.
Give it again.
And the left side stopped at about the 21.
Yeah, stopped in there by Caleb Gosperson.
Well, we knew coming into this game, John, Republic always plays the Cats tough. It's been a while since we've defeated them, whether here on their home field or at Bob Anderson Stadium. They've had some good teams year in, year out.
Yeah, they have.
Third down and inches to go, 2 minutes to go in the ball game. He's just going to hand off. He has some room down to the 15, 10-yard line and brought down by number 6.
All the way down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, spotted on the 11.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're getting a little bit of, going to pull some people out of the ball game a little bit. We're getting these sophomores and juniors, unfortunately, when it gets like this, they certainly want to show out and show the coach what they can do, but it ends up being a little bit intimidated to everybody, and we've got a little extracurricular activity going on.
Tempers flare, handoff up the middle, brought down on about the 7. Ball was spotted on the 11. They can get down to the 1 without scoring a touchdown for another 1st and 10, but the clock is going, 1:20 to go in the ball game. It's right up, straight up, 9 o'clock. And you're in tune to KNEO Neosho. This is KNEO Sports Network, Wildcat Sports Network. Next week, John, we'll be at home against Carthage.
That's right, and it'll be senior night. So with all the festivities going on and being back at Bob Anderson Stadium, good chance for the Cats to regroup. That'll be the last ball game before district playoffs begin.
And they just take a knee. That's all they can do. Cats won't take a timeout.
Yeah.
And that's going to be pretty much.
Yeah, they'll have to snap the ball one more time. And they're all huddling up, getting ready to come across the 50-yard line, and that'll be it.
Good sportsmanship. That's your final score here in Republic tonight. Republic 42, Neosho 14. Tough night for the Cats, and they'll regroup and come back home tomorrow night. We're still proud of the Cats. They played hard throughout the game. Give kudos to Republic. They're a fine football team. They did everything they needed to tonight to tangle with our Cats. 42-14. Let's take a timeout, and we'll come back after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. The best teams in sports always end up with a target on their backs. Their success means that they are always being hunted by the rest of the teams in the league. In our own lives, when we make the decision to follow Jesus, it's not always easy. Noticeable changes take place that force us into the role of being hunted. We shouldn't be surprised when a target is on our back because persecution and suffering is part of our journey as followers of Jesus. 1 Peter 4:12-13 explains, "Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery trial when it comes upon you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice insofar as you share Christ's sufferings, that you may also rejoice and be glad when his glory is revealed." Today, let's be encouraged that a genuine life in Christ comes at a cost, but our temporary challenges reveal we're on the right path. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or therapists can help you get back in the game. Now, let's go back live to the stadium for the Final Drive Scoreboard.
Back to Republic, Missouri tonight. Cats take it on the chin, 42-14. After game coach's interview brought to you by Arvest Bank of Neosho, where they believe in the power of serving others, whether from small business to agriculture, and whether you're looking for someone to help manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, they have you covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares and can help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank, always proud to call Neosho home. John, we're right underneath the speaker, and we apologize for that because it's they're playing after-game music, and it is extremely loud here in Republic. Cats tonight just couldn't get untracked. They only had 2 first downs going into that final drive in the fourth period, but they had a couple of nice runs, 67-yard touchdown run by Keyshawn Roan, and then a 30-yard touchdown run by Blaine Patterson late in the ball game. And that's the final, 42-14.
Well, we did a good job of, once we got the offense spread out a little bit, to make a couple of pretty good runs. We know that coach is coming up this way. We'll wait just a minute and we'll visit with him, but at least we got on the scoreboard and it was not a complete shutout. We'll go back, we will regroup. We'll be at home at Bob Anderson Stadium next week, and we will take on the Carthage Tigers. Right now, let me give you a few scores that we've got from the Big 8 in the third quarter. Lebanon Yellow Jackets 29, Glendale Falcons 28. Joplin Eagles 49 in the third quarter over the Willard Tigers 0. Waynesville Tigers 7 and the Kickapoo Chiefs 24. Nixa Eagles 28, Ozark Tigers 7. Webb City 14, this is a final. Webb City 14 and Carthage Tigers 28. And, of course, right here, Neosho Wildcats 14 and the Republic Tigers 42.
As we look at the Big 8 conference right now, Seneca Indians in the fourth quarter against East Newton Patriots. They're up 49-7. Lamar Tigers are in the fourth against Aurora Hound Dogs with a score of 42-14. Lamar up on top. Coach Touty is here, so we'll join him.
Once again, our final score tonight in Republic. It's Republic 42, Neosho 14. Coach Touty with us. And, Coach, you knew coming into this ball game, this was a good ball club here at Republic.
Yeah, I mean, they're really good. You're going to have to play your best to beat them, and we definitely didn't do that. So I told the kids, clearly we weren't prepared for this game, and that falls on me. So we'll get up in the morning and get better.
And the running game, we knew it was going to be a good one. They have had good stats, and they had the misdirection plays and up the middle. And I'm sure the guys up front doing the best they could. They were probably tired by halftime.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're really good. They execute what they do really well, and they're really good at exploiting any holes you have. And so our kids played hard. You know, they're playing both ways, and Republic kids aren't. And when you're playing a team that's that good, you know, that makes it tough. But at the end of the day, we just got to execute better and, you know, got to be a little more prepared.
Well, they rotated 3 kids in almost every play. They kept a lot of fresh legs in there, but honestly, they passed the ball more tonight than they have all year long.
Yeah, they did a good, you know, we got them into some third downs and stuff, which forced them to throw the ball, and credit to them. You know, it's not what they do, but they still executed really well when they we're forced to throw.
You had some good plays late in the ball game. Mr. Roan had a nice long run, 67-yard run, and Blaine, who was in there with a 30-yard run that came in that looked good. Oliver Martin almost scored down there. It was about a 50-yard play, and he just kind of weaving in and out. And he just kind of tripped himself up, or he would have had 6 points at the house.
Yeah, it's in all three of our losses. I think I've said the same thing as far as our kids are going to battle. They're going to fight. Obviously, this one's a little different than the other two, but they still fought to the very end, and it's not for lack of effort. And so we'll get everything else cleaned up, and we'll be better come week 10.
And next week we'll be back home, friendly confines, senior night, Bob Anderson Stadium, game time 7 o'clock, and another tough foe against the Carthage Tigers. They defeated Webb City tonight, 28-14.
That's
so
right.
That was a good ball game as well. But, Coach, thanks again for being with us. And tell the boys we're still proud of them, what they've done. And you got some nice young men out there.
I appreciate it. Go Cats.
Thank you,
All
Coach.
right.
Go
Thanks,
Cats
Coach.
as well.
Appreciate
Coach
it.
Touty with us tonight. And we'll see you next week, Coach. Thank you. Thank
Looking
you
more
so
at the
much.
Big 8 for some other scores that we've got. The East Newton Patriots 7 and the Seneca Indians 56. Lamar Tigers 42. The Aurora Hound Dogs 14. And over in Monette, this is in the third quarter, the Cassville Wildcats 48, the Monette Cubs 34. And in the second quarter, I'm sure that we need to check that. That's probably not an accurate score, but it is 18 for the Nevada Tigers and Mount Vernon Mountaineers 21.
As we look at the Ozark Mountain Conference, the Carl Junction Bulldogs are up 37-7 over Bolivar Liberators in the fourth quarter. West Plains Zizzers are in the third quarter. They're up 32-17 over Marshfield Blue Jays. We have a tied score in Logan Rogersville Wildcats versus Branson Pirates. They're tied up at 21 in the third. And Parkview Vikings are up 19-8 over the Hillcrest Hornets.
Over in the Mid-Lakes Conference, the Forsyth Panthers 52 and the Fairgrove Eagles 28. Looking at other scores over in the Southwest Conference, it is Maysville Comets 34, Ash Grove Pirates 7. It is the Circoxie Bears 42 and the Diamond Wildcats 14.
In the independent and 8-man scoreboard, we see a score of 24-22 with Jasper Eagles up over New Heights Christian Cougars. And then the Lockwood Tigers have a final score of 66-12 with Lockwood winning it against Appleton City Bulldogs.
Over in Oklahoma, we've got one score to report. The Grove Ridge Runners 36, and that's a final. They beat the Miami War Dogs by 36-13.
Southeast Kansas, we have Circle Thunderbirds up 13-6 over Fort Scott Tigers in the fourth quarter. And then Mulvane Wildcats were victorious over Coffeyville Golden Tornadoes with a final score of 60-0.
And in the CNC, it is the Frontenac Raiders 34, Columbus Titans 7. The Neodesha Blue Streaks 35, Baxter Springs Lions 28, St. Mary's of Culligans, the Panthers 59, and the Erie Red Devils in the third quarter 59-0. At halftime, it's the Galena Bulldogs 6, but it's the Canaan Valley Bull Pups 28.
Don't forget, you can keep up with all these scores every Friday night by going to kneo.org, going to the sports tab, and then click on scoreboard, and that is where you find all these scores.
All right, well, that kind of finishes it up for us here. For Jim, John, Luke, and Matt, we will be with you tomorrow. Stay tuned to KNEO. We will know by 9 o'clock in the morning exactly if and when we will be playing softball at the Marion Family Complex tomorrow afternoon. There is a 5 o'clock ball game, but there's a 3 o'clock ball game where the Ray-Peck team will take on the Lee Summit West. Right, that's the game before that, and then us. And hopefully, if we get those ball games in, then we'll play the final on Monday night.
And if it's raining tomorrow, good day to sleep in.
Absolutely, it sure is. So, for the crew here, the very best of luck to you. Get a chance to go worship this weekend till we see you again. Go Cats!
You've been listening to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or a therapist can help you get back in the game. Join us again after the game next week as we will once again bring you all the latest scores right here on the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.